All right, today we are diving into something really interesting. We're not just talking about delicious food, we're talking about strategy. We're going to look at one single menu item that could literally turn a restaurant's slowest season into a total gold mine. So let's jump right in.
So you know how it is, right? For anyone in the restaurant biz, winter can be, well, brutal. It gets cold, people stay in, and sales just take a nosedive. And you're always asking that same question. What can I put on the menu that's actually exciting? Something that gets people off their couches and makes a real difference to the bottom line.
Well, the answer to that huge question might be a lot simpler and way tastier than you'd ever guess. Believe it or not, it's all wrapped up in a corn tortilla. We're talking about birria.
Okay, so if you haven't had birria before, let me just say, this is not your average taco. It's a whole experience. The star of the show is the meat. It's slow braised for hours in this rich, amazing broth that's just loaded with chilies and spices. But here's the absolute game changer, the thing you have to remember. That broth, the consommé, it's served right alongside the tacos for dipping. And trust me, that one little detail changes everything. And look, this isn't just some passing foodie trend on social media. Nope. As one restaurant consultant points out, putting birria on your menu is a pure strategic move. It's a calculated decision you make to delight your guests, for sure, but also to seriously boost your bottom line. So, what's the magic here? Why does this work so well? Well, it really boils down to four main things. First, it's the perfect comfort food for winter. Second, the demand is already there. It's blowing up online. Third, the profit margins are, well, they're kind of insane, and we'll get to that in a second. And finally, that whole dipping thing, it makes for a fun, interactive meal that people love to share online. It's a win, 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 win. All right, so it's popular, it's delicious, we get it. But let's talk about the part every business owner is really thinking about, the money. I mean, how can a dish that uses something like short ribs actually be a cash cow? It seems counterintuitive, right? Well, let's look at the actual numbers.
Okay, get ready for this, 73.3%. Just let that sink in for a moment. A 73.3% profit margin. That is a number that makes you sit up and pay attention. For any signature dish, that is absolutely outstanding.
So how in the world do you get to a number like that? Well, let's break it down. You're looking at a suggested price of, say, $15 for a plate. The amazing part is your estimated food cost is only around $4. That leaves you with a whopping $11 of profit on every single plate. Now, your main costs are what you'd expect, the bone-in short ribs, those dried chilies, and you can't forget that amazing melty Oaxaca cheese.
But here's the real secret, and it's not just about buying ingredients cheap. Hitting that incredible 73% margin, that's all about how you execute it. It's about having a really smart workflow in the kitchen.
And this is where it gets brilliant. You do all the heavy lifting, the slow braising, making that incredible consommé way ahead of time, in big batches. So when an order ticket pops up during a busy service, it's just assemble, grill, and out the door. It's so efficient. This system keeps your kitchen moving fast and your customers happy.
Okay, let's talk about the little details that take this from good to unforgettable. The pros say you've got to use bone-in short ribs. That's where all the flavor for the consommé comes from. We already know batch prep is everything, but you also have to treat that consommé like the star of the show. Season it perfectly. And don't skimp on the cheese. Good Oaxaca gives you that perfect cheese pull. Then you top it with fresh garnishes like onion and cilantro to cut through all that rich flavor. It's just perfect. So let's bring this all the way back to where we started, that dreaded winter slump. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Birria is exactly what people are craving when it's cold outside. It's warm, it's hearty, it's satisfying, it just feels like a cozy special treat. It's pretty much the perfect secret weapon to have on your menu for those colder months. So, when you put it all together, what have we got? Birria is so much more than just a trendy taco. It's a full-blown business strategy, all served up in a bowl. It taps into trends, it's incredibly efficient to make, and it gives diners an experience they love. It's just a massive win. So, I guess the only question left to ask is this the secret ingredient your menu has been missing?